Hello, today I am going to talk about the accident on Metro Line 12. The accident on Metro Line 12 was reported that Televisa had exaggerated the news about the collapse of Metro Line 12 in Mexico City. However, official investigation and independent source later clarified that the incident was a tragic accident caused by structural failures and maintenance deficiencies, not the sensationalized claims suggested by the broadcaster. Authorities emphasized that the focus should remain on the victims and preventing future incidents rather than misinformation. Number 1. Unverified claims about causes. It was reported that Televisa had suggested possible causes without conclusive evidence, including alleged negligence by Claudia Sheinbaum or unverified construction flaws. Before official investigation results had been published, critics state that this approach had fueled political narratives rather than focusing on the victims or technical analysis of the incidents. Number 2. Excessive use of dramatic footage. Analysis observed that Televisa had constantly repeat dramatic images of the dangling train car injured victims. Experts noted that this repetitive coverage had overshadowed the peer reporting on the line structural, history, or safety concerns, prioritizing shock value over contextual journalism. Thank you.
Hi, I am going to talk to you about sexual abuse allegation against Juliet's son. On January 29, 2018, Javier Tejado Donde, vice-president of the Previsional Information Office of Group Televisa, called his staff to a meeting. Javier Tejado said he wanted to organize the West Hill issue. Carmen Aristegui, a news program, said that after the meeting, the team launched a campaign using Facebook and YouTube page to undermine the credibility of Judge Jorge Arturo Camero Ocampo, whose son had been expelled from Colegio Westhill. The script indicates that a schoolmate said that she accused the son of the judicial official or alleged sexual assault and school abuse. Aristegui reports that Televisa said that the judge pressured the school to avoid consequences for her son. Aristegui says the Televisa teams didn't have any testimony about the case. Aristegui said that the Palomar employees themselves acted as alleged victims. They recorded themselves in a blurry frame to hide their identities and then distorted their voices. Aristegui says the team, led by Javier Tejado, made several versions of the videos, including one with CNA logos stating that CNA had picked up the story. Judge Jorge Arturo Camero Campo died in June 2020 from pancreatic cancer, without the outcome of the official investigation into alleged corruption being publicly known and without knowing that Televisa was behind the attacks against him.
Hello everyone, I'm going to talk about the case of MJJ, that's a Mexican airline that left thousands of passengers completely unprotected for months. So it was reported that the airline offered no customer service at all. Many passengers said that we were given electric vouchers without their consents. And for us, the airline, no longer operatives also said they were changing for flight changes that we later cancel again. People expressed that they lost both their money and their travel plans and feel extremely frustrated. Authorities already knew about these issues. Before the pandemic, it had been reported that Interjet frequently delayed or canceled flights and didn't pay taxis on time. Because of this, Profeco, Mexico's Consumer Protection Agency, filed a class action lawsuit 2019. However, Profeco didn't issue a public alert in October 2020 after Interjet canceled hundreds of flights and received media attention. Ever after this, the airline keeps selling tickets and charging passengers for fake flight changes. One traveler said they were able to buy a round-trip ticket from Mexico City to Cancun for January 2021. Even though the route was no longer available, another person mentioned that Julie Engineer was promoting flights to Puerto Vallarta, even though the last flight and that route happened in August. This case shows how important it is to protect passengers and take action before the damage gets worse. And thanks for listening.